Hello, hello to my motivators family. How are you all doing? My name is Marlene of Marlene Motivates. I am a life coach and I give all of the advice, all of the encouragement, and the motivation for your faith, for your fitness, and for mindset shifting. So let's get into it, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about trying to control everything will make you lose everything and everyone. Please make sure you hit the like and you subscribe, do all of those YouTube things, okay? So the question is, why do we as humans want to control everything? Why do we want to control everything and everyone? And it's just because of four different reasons. There's four different reasons why people want to control everything and everyone. And the first one is we try to control everything and everyone because of fear and uncertainty. When we're uncertain, we desire to control other people or other things. And it kind of helps us to balance out. And all we wind up doing when we do this is we wind up losing. Okay. Hi, S Sky Love Show. How are you doing? Good evening to you. Happy Friday. And that's one of the things that is that we cannot let the fear of uncertainty, the trying to control others, get us to lose other people. And it's very subtle how it happens. You may be well meaning, but because if you've been in a very controlling or jealous relationships from your parents to your exes or other people, it will kind of give you that sort of unsettling feeling that you feel like you have to be very controlling. You have to have know everything. You have to be in control of everything. And that runs people away. Nobody likes it. So it shows that we have to do some working on ourselves. Okay. So the second part is most of the people who try to control others, they suffer with low self-esteem. And I'm saying this because I went through this for a long period of time in my life. We try to control what we don't possess, what we don't understand. So it means that we got to do some work on ourselves. Those with low self-esteem, they feel the need to control others to be able to boost their own self-esteem, their own confidence. When they don't feel good about themselves, they want to berate, they want to put down, they want to control, they want to be very demanding because it shows the internal struggle that they are having within themselves. So just so that we understand this, the people who do not have any control want to control us. I think that is something very weird. It's kind of weird. It's strange, but it's something that other people would rather control you than to look at themselves in the mirror. How many of us as human beings want to look at ourselves in the mirror and to state our flaws and to state what we need to work on? No, most people, they rather go out there and make some excuses. It's my mom's fault. It's my sibling's fault. It's my ex's fault. It's the job's fault. It's everybody else's fault but ours. And we all know that that's just not true. Every single one of us as human beings, we make mistakes, we don't do the right things, but at the same time, as adults, we have to be honest, we have to have some accountability, we need to seek some help in order to be our best. I don't care who it is, from a CEO to a billionaire to a person who has very little means. Every single person needs help. Every single person needs some assistance to becoming a better woman and being a better man. Hi, me, Lily. Hi, hold me tighter. Welcome. Yes, humility. Humility is the key, and a lot of people do not have humility in this life. They really need to put some work and some effort in themselves, but that's not usually how it works. It's most of the time the people who have been scarred and hurt and traumatized from their childhood, then they come with all of this anger and resentment, and they bring it into their adult romantic relationships, and they wind up being the abused becomes the abuser. And I think that that's very sad. So, to whoever needs to hear this, there's no judgments over here on Marlene Motivates. This channel is to help every single person. Yes, ma'am. Oh, thank you so much. Love you. My earrings are pretty. Thank you. They're beaded. So that's one of the things that we have to put some work in ourselves, and also we have to pay attention to who we keep in our life, whether from the job to your friends to whoever, anybody who is in your life. In all relationships, we have to focus, are these good people for me? Are they helping me to become a better person? Do they feed and pour into me? Do they fill up my cup? Or are they constantly taking from me, taking, and never seeking to help, to heal, to bless, or to encourage me? That's something that we really have to pay attention to, those things, because when we get in situations, we feel that we meet somebody and you're both in the same situation. You've been through some pain and trauma. So you start to trauma bond. And that's not really good relationships to have, because the people that you trauma bond is you only share the pain. There has to be somebody that will help you to elevate and grow from that, and not to stay stuck in the anger and the pain and the drama, all of that. So hi, you don't know the half. How are you doing? Welcome. Hey, Miss Mika, how are you doing? Happy Friday. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get into these points that we're going to talk about. Hey, Joshua, how are you doing? Welcome. Okay, so this is the point. Why do humans want to control everything and everyone? And I believe 100% is because of trauma. There's so many people in this world that have been through traumatic events, whether it's trauma from your childhood, whether it's trauma from your romantic relationships or your jobs, or maybe you just have been in situations where some things happened to you that it wasn't the best, and it caused other things to happen in your other relationships. Because what happens when we don't work on fixing and healing our pain from previous relationships, from our childhood, from all people that were in our life, we bring it forward to other people. You don't even understand sometimes why you may have an attitude, why you're angry. It's because some things that may have happened to you, but also it's some of the things that you accepted as normal, and it's not normal. In working on me and healing me and becoming a better woman, I had to accept what I did, but I had to also forgive and heal what I had no control and power over. And that's one of the hardest things when people have hurt us and disappointed us. It's so hard for us to grasp all of those things, but we do have to do our best. Okay, we do have to do our best to get past it. And the only way, honestly, that we can get past our pain and our hurt is, first we have to admit it. We have to admit what hurt us, who hurt us, and ask ourselves, why did I allow this to happen? And if it was something outside of our control, how can we not put ourselves in situations to stop allowing other people to hurt us? And most of the time, when it comes to people who are very controlling, I'll tell you what the biggest issue is. We choose poor friendships. We choose poor romantic partners. Most of the time, we'll go by the looks. We'll go by the vain things, how they look, how they talk, the material possessions they have. We're looking at all of the things on the outside, but what about the person that they are on the inside? That's something that most individuals do not put in the work into themselves in order to heal, in order to grow, and to be at a place of peace. So, why do humans want to control everything? Because some people have anxiety disorders. People with anxiety disorders, they feel like they need to control everything that's around them. They want to control the people, the circumstance, what other people do, and you just can't. And that's why they're so anxious. And they usually have a lot of anger issues. They're very sensitive. I would say sensitive, controlling. It's all of those things. So you have to do your best to not allow other people's anxieties and problems to become yours. Hi, Diane. How are you? Welcome. You cannot allow other people's anxiety and disorders stop you from being your best. Never let other people stop you from being better. And it's something that is so easy to happen when we're going through situations, and when people do things to us, we kind of push it under the rug and ignore it. But ignoring our pain, ignoring our traumas, ignoring things that happen to us, we need to get to a solution and ask ourselves, why do I allow myself to choose people who hurt me, people who are controlling, demanding, people who never give to me, and I'm always the giver? These are some of the questions that I had to ask myself when I was on a healing journey with myself. Why do I think that I have to always be the giver? I used to feel so bad and guilty about receiving, like, no, you don't have to give me anything. No, 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 it's okay. No, all of us deserve to be able to give and to receive. Yes, God bless you as well, Diane. So another reason why humans want to control everything is because people do it because of a stress and anxiety reduction, okay? Obtaining control is closely linked to reducing stress and anxiety, okay? If you do not allow other people to set boundaries with them, I should say. If you don't set boundaries with other people, if you don't tell people how you feel, what you will accept and what you won't, people will control you. Especially if you're a soft-spoken person, if you're a person who does not want to confront, they really love to get to those people. They love to get to people who are, I shouldn't say sensitive, but people who are emotional, those who they know have been through some things. People like to choose someone that they know that they're either weak-minded or they don't have the power to speak up for yourself. Don't be one of those individuals, motivators family. Always speak up for yourself. Know your power and your worth. And when you see, no matter who it is, from a romantic partner to a coworker to your relative to a friend to people on social media, nobody deserves to be controlled. Absolutely nobody. Hi, OG Brand. How are you doing? Welcome. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. I don't think so. Oh, I'm doing great, Diane. Thank you so much for your support. So here is another point. When we're talking about humans that have controlling behavior, some of the causes of controlling behavior are anxiety disorders and personality disorders. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are walking around with diagnosed, and so many are undiagnosed with mental disorders. They have some sort of mental illness, some sort of dysfunction, some sort of imbalance on the inside, and a lot of people just will never admit that they need some help. Hi, Angela. How are you doing? Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Happy Friday. So people with anxiety disorders, they feel the need to control everything that's around them. And that's in order to make them feel at peace. Some people, when they feel like when they're in a place of power, now they feel safe. But when they don't know what other people are going to do, and when they can't control what you do, now they get angry, they get manipulative, and they start to get some problems with lashing out at other people, either verbally or physically assaulting others. Okay, and they do that in order to get the control in their life, because if they grew up in a space where they didn't have control, they start to become controlling or jealous with others. Okay, and they may not trust anyone else to handle things the way that they will. They're the sort of persons that they will go around and they will always try to be the boss. They will always, or try to be bossy to others, and that just does not work. You have to ask others what they want, how they feel. If they want to do things, you cannot be demanding. And I do believe that's the reason why a lot of people lose everyone and everything in their life, because you have to respect others' boundaries. You have to. Nobody wants to put up with somebody who always says, this is what we're going to do. Nobody likes that. I know I'm a person, I do not like when other people try to tell me what to do, what to feel, what I'm going through. Especially, I get really irritated when somebody tells me how I feel. Nobody knows how you feel but you. Don't let anybody tell you how you feel. You know how you feel. Don't let other people tell you. It's one of the things, it grinds my gears when people say, don't cry, or that didn't hurt, or why aren't you over that, and that doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense to you. You haven't been through what I've been through. You haven't felt the pain that I have felt. And the same thing can apply to you. If you've ever been in that situation where other people try to tell you how you feel, and nobody knows how another person feels. Every single person is going through something in a different space and mode, okay? The one thing about us as human beings, every single person has problems. Problems with something, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically. Everybody has problems. But some people, how they cope with their problems and their issues in their life is they like to irritate other people. They like to find out other people's business. They like to spread stuff. They like to be demanding. They like to make you feel upset or angry, because that makes them feel good. Some people don't know how to make another person feel good. They don't know how to give a compliment. They don't know how to be supportive or understanding. All they are is rough and tough, because they're literally dying on the inside. They have so much issues and pain inside, and a lot of issues mentally. Okay, so let's get into talking about, why do humans have a desire for control? um the need for control, it's a part of our survival, and part of our instinct, and part of our behaviors from our childhood. you know it depends on how the beginning of your life was. How was your childhood? If you grew up around people who were controlling of you, or your parents or guardians, were they controlling with each other in their relationship? Or do you have controlling siblings, or what is it called, um your relatives, extended family, were they controlling of you? We take all of those issues from I love you, Heather. How are you doing? Welcome. Yes, I understand, Heather. We have to take our pain, we have to take our issues, and work on loving ourselves and healing ourselves. Okay? You need to compare yourself only to who you were yesterday, no one else. Yes, no one else can understand, and no one else can be you. Thank you so much for your comment, Heather. Another point that I want to bring out when we talk about why do other people seek that control, okay? Most of the time, when people want to control everything, that desire for control is rooted in a fear of uncertainty. And when people are uncertain about their past, or they're uncertain about their present or their future, when they don't have the financial means, or when they look at what other people are having, or when they see other people growing and elevating, they become jealous. And instead of that person putting in the work inside of themselves, learning to accept themselves for who they are, trying to work on themselves, be a better person, and heal, and then telling themselves, get up and try something. Well, instead of wanting what another person has, how about me going for what is meant to be for me? And I think that that's something that is so important when we talk about a person who is controlling. All we can control is our attitude, our outlook, our behaviors in our present. We can't control what other people do and say, how they act, if they show up, if they don't show up. All we can do is be ourselves, have a positive attitude, and do our best. We cannot control other people, no matter how much we want to. We want other people to treat us right. I don't know anybody in this earth that doesn't want people to be kind to them and to be loving, but we have to understand that some people just will never. Some people don't care about us. And it's especially the ones that we think care about us, they actually don't. Okay? So that desire to control may be rooted in the fear of uncertainty, and it also may be related to mental health conditions. So being in control of your life sounds like a positive thing, right? But for some people, the need to control everything can be all consuming. It's like all they think about is, especially when they're in romantic relationships, they hyper fixate. All they do is think about the person they're with. Where are they? Who are they talking to? Are they going to leave me? Because at some period of time, a person who has that need to control others was out of control. They had no control. Maybe they were abandoned as a child. Maybe they were disrespected or abused verbally, emotionally, physically. Maybe they were assaulted. And I'm not condoning any of those things because none of those things are right. Nobody should be assaulted. Nobody should be verbally abused. Nobody should be, even I'll go to the sexually assaulted. None of those things. Nobody should be any form of abuse or control because it's not right. But at the same time, we have to pay attention to the people that we have in our life and ask ourselves, why did I choose them as a partner? Why did I choose them as a friend? And even though we cannot choose the people we are related to, we can choose how much we talk to them. We can choose how much we allow what they say to affect us. We have to let those things roll off our back. One thing is that people are always going to be rude. People are always going to say the wrong things, especially when they know those things get under our skin. I don't know why it is, but a lot of people, they like to say things that they know hurts our feelings. Some people are such a sadist that they like to see you miserable. They like to see you unhappy because that makes them feel good. Oh, look at them. I made them cry. And that's so weird and twisted. There's some people out there that are very evil. And when we notice that people are that way, we have to keep ourselves away from them. Block them, stop talking to them. Even sometimes you have to move away. You have to exit the relationship, whatever you have to do, but you have to do whatever it takes in order to restore your mental health. Mental health is something that until you make a decision to say, I choose me, and that's in so many things. It could apply from your parents, your siblings, your significant other, your friends, your whoever. Okay? if we don't choose ourselves, if we don't learn that there are certain times for me, that other people don't go in front of me, you're always going to be used and abused. You have to have your own time for yourself. And trust me, I learned this from experience. I used to always, I just like jump off the bed doing things for others. Don't eat, don't take care of myself, no personal care. Just immediately start my day thinking about others. I didn't even take some time to meditate. I didn't take some time for my praise and worship. I did not pour anything into me. So when we start our day not taking care of ourselves, not pouring into ourselves, we are going to get diminished. You're going to get depleted. And until you give yourself that permission to recharge, to unplug from other people, they're going to have the control and they're going to have the power over you. Okay. And we have one last point that I'm going to talk about before we get out of here. And that is this. What type of person is controlling? Controlling people are often inflexible, okay? And they insist that everything needs to be their way. Do we know individuals? Do we know people like that? That they want to control everything that you do? They don't even ask, what are your thoughts? What are your suggestions? They insist that it has to be their way, or it has to be their way or the highway, okay? They won't adapt, and they may not be open to other suggestions or points of view. And that is a dangerous relationship to have, because if somebody does not care about your feelings, your thoughts, you could be tired. You could not feel good. You could be going through a certain situation. Maybe you can't afford things. Maybe it's not something that you even want to do. If we have people in our life and they do not respect our boundaries, they do not respect our thoughts, they do not respect our opinions, you got to get rid of them. Until somebody proves that they deserve to be in your life, don't let them, As women and as men, a lot of times we allow people to stick around. We allow people to stay around and they're not treating you the right way. You have not set the boundaries. You have not shown that I can take care of me, okay? A lot of times we depend so much on other people. We depend on their love. We depend on their time. We feel that we need them in our life. And there's only one thing you need. That's it. There's only one thing that you need. But we have to be confident enough and believe in ourselves enough to say, I don't have to take it. So when someone is disrespecting you, someone is not showing up for you and loving you the way that you deserve, you got to get rid of those controlling people, no matter who they are. And even I have to say, on social media, you have to be careful about who you support, what you support, because you start thinking negatively. Other people can impact you, and that's not good. So why do humans want to control everything and everyone? Ultimately, it's because they don't have control within themselves. They haven't put in the work to heal. They haven't found out who they are. They haven't learned their own reason for existing. They haven't found out about their own personal light. And I want to say to all of my Motivators family, you have a light that is from within. You're here for a reason. You have a purpose. And if somebody has not told you that today, you have value. You have meaning. You are worth it. Every day you rise up, you are important. You're a gift to this world. So act like that. Believe in you. Until you believe in yourself, until you have the confidence, you are going to draw negative energy. That's what I had to learn. Until I learned that I deserve good things, I deserve to have great things, I deserve to do great things. So you're going to draw people who are on that same wavelength. Okay? Trust and believe that. So don't allow other people who are controlling to control you. I want you to know your worth. I want you to believe in yourself and never give up. Never give up on you, even when other people do. See, the thing about when we're around people who are very controlling and very demanding, you start to be affected. Your self esteem, your goals in your life, your peace, all of it gets affected by people who want to control you. So the only way to get our power and our control back is you got to eliminate those negative energy, those negative people, those controlling people, those drama people, the disrespectful people. You have to. That's the only way you're ever going to get to where you need to be in this life. The only way you're going to get to a place of elevation is you have to cut all of those people who are keeping you down. They're keeping you stuck. They cause your energy to be low. They're always taking from you financially. They're always taking from you mentally. You never feel peace around them. They're always complaining, but they are never putting in the work to find out what is the reason why I'm always complaining. Could I be the problem? Most of the people who have control issues are the source of their problem. They're always blaming other people, but most of the time, why your life is the way you are, why it is the way it is because of them. So don't let other people get you down because of their controlling tendencies and behaviors. I want to speak to somebody for a moment. You don't deserve to be used, to be taken advantage of, no matter who it is in your life. I'm speaking to someone who needs to hear this. You do not deserve to be disrespected in a romantic relationship, in a friendship, in a work relationship, on social media, from any relationship. If you are being controlled, hated, if you're never supported and loved the way that you deserve to be, it's time for you to work on your exit plan, okay? Because there's always going to be somebody who will love to have you and be with you. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's live streaming podcast. I'm Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to all of my channel members. Shout out to all my amazing moderators, all my mods. Thank you so much for always keeping my chat clean. You're very much appreciated. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you, Heather, Realist One here. And always, she's probably in the background, and it's Boss Life Online. Thank you guys always for your support. I appreciate every single one of you. Oh, and Angela, thank you so much. Yes, thanks for watching this live today. I appreciate every single one of you. Everybody have a great weekend. I will see you all back, God willing, on Sunday night, okay? And don't let controlling people control you. Keep your head up. I'm Marlene of Marlene Motivates. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. I will see you all on the next one.